Hey, Justin Chamness here. And as you start your real estate investing and wholesaling business, you're going to discover that when you get leads and you call these leads, sometimes you're going to be talking to the property owner of a very ugly, distressed property. So let's talk about exactly how you should talk to these homeowners and how you should put a deal together that will be profitable for them and for your business when you're dealing with a seller of an ugly house. Let's jump into that right now. All right, if we look at the potential deal strategies, the deal structures, the deal strategy tree, if you remember, when talking about wholesaling, we're buying low or contracting low with the homeowner and we're selling high to an end buyer and thereby creating a profit margin or profit spread there for ourselves and our business. And we do that using an assignment fee. So let's talk about doing ugly house deals from your home office right there, virtual doing ugly house wholesaling. You're going to find some ugly house property owners as you're working through leads. How do you approach these and how do you begin talking with these? Well, first of all, ugly houses and pretty houses alike, the homeowner is, first of all, most of the time, 99 times out of 100, going to want to talk about cash first. They're going to want to tell you a little bit about the house and so on and so forth. And then they're going to want to talk about you making a cash offer. And it's important to understand that on pretty houses, which we're not talking about today, you may not be offering cash, but on ugly house deals, most of the time, if not 100% of the time, you're going to be offering a cash offer. So let's look at the strategy tree here. And it says here, if the seller has a large loan on the property, if it's a government loan, the first thing that you can do is offer them cash, a discounted cash offer. Okay, what about a conventional loan? Well, the same thing, a cash offer. What about a seller that has a free and clear or is really close to being free and clear, meaning it doesn't have any mortgage on it whatsoever? Well, you can also make a cash offer. So this is one of the most important tools for you as a real estate investor and wholesaler to have in your bag or in your toolbox is the ability to make a cash offer to an ugly house property owner. So we've established that when you're talking to leads, you're going to run into folks that own ugly houses that need to sell at a discount, not only due to the repairs, but also so that the investor that comes along that buys them can make a profit. So let's talk about who are the potential buyers for ugly houses. Okay, so the potential end buyers for your ugly house deal. So when you get a house under contract with a homeowner that has an ugly house that needs repair, or it needs a lot of cosmetic updates, perhaps it needs some of the big five. If you want to know how to inspect a property, there is a video right here in the VIP Quick Start course. You can go check that out and get a pretty good education on what to look at inside an ugly house and kind of how to calculate repairs a little bit as well. But who buys these deals? Who buys these deals from wholesalers and investors like you and me? Well, the answer is pretty simple. Number one, we all know that fix and flippers buy these ugly house deals, okay? Now, they buy these deals at 70% of after repair value, traditionally speaking, all right? So 70% of after repair value, what does that mean? Okay, when we're adding up the 70% of ARV equation, here's what it looks like, all right? First of all, we have to find out exactly what the property is worth after repair, okay? Now, that is the after repair value, all right? How do we do that? Well, there are some videos right here on the Quick Start course, also how to do it on Redfin, how to do it on PropStream. If you have PropStream, if you don't, you can use Redfin, but you have to start by learning what the after repair value is of the property. Now, this is pretty easy nowadays, so don't sweat it, okay? Now, the second thing we want to do is we want to determine a rough estimate for repairs, okay? If you can get a right on target estimate of repairs, that's great. Not a problem at all. But you definitely need some type of estimate for repairs. And you're also going to want to make some money. So let's consider your assignment fee here, okay? So your assignment fee, you should set a standard of no less than $2,500 on any deal you ever do, but you should try to make $10,000 on each transaction that you're involved in. So there's an assignment fee. So now let's go down and do another one here. We need to have your end buyer's profits, okay? Your end buyer's profits for fix and flippers, they need a 30% spread right there off the top, okay? So here's what we do. Here's an example. If the property's ARV is $100,000, then what we'll need to do then is we'll need to subtract, let's just work from the bottom up. We'll need to subtract 30% right off the top in our end buyer's profits. That is going to equal $70,000. Okay. If you want to know how to do this on a calculator, all you have to do is take 100,000, put it into the calculator, and then hit minus and then 30 and then the percent button. Or if you don't have a percent button on your calculator, take 100,000 and then times 0.7. Okay. And that will give you 70%, which is what you have left after you subtract 30%. If you do that, you'll come up with $70,000 right here. Okay, so that's where we start. Now we still have other things to deal with. So we're going to go ahead and subtract our assignment fee of $10,000. All right, and we're also going to subtract our rough estimate of repairs. So let's just say in this case it was $30,000 in repairs. Okay, now we're going to subtract all of those things together, and we're going to come up with a final answer. And this is what we call our maximum allowable offer. So let's do that right now. 100,000 minus 30% is 70,000. 70,000 minus 10,000 in assignment fee is 60,000. 60,000 minus 30,000 in repairs equals 30,000. That is our maximum allowable offer. This offer to the homeowner will allow us not only to leave enough profit in it for our end buyer, but it will also allow us to leave repair money in the deal, and also it will allow us to make $10,000 for our own business. So that's how you calculate maximum allowable offer on an ugly house deal. This is a cash offer, okay? So when you're making a cash offer, this is how you calculate maximum allowable offer. So fix and flippers, that's our first type of buyer. They buy at 70% of ARV, and you calculate it through that following formula, okay? The next type of buyer that we have is buy and hold investors. Now, let's go ahead and calculate our maximum allowable offer for a landlord or buy and hold investor. It is a little bit different than we see with the fix and flippers. First of all, the difference that we have that is most prevalent is fix and flippers are buying the properties to fix them and then sell them very quickly for a high profit, whereas a landlord is looking to buy a property and then hold on to it for monthly cash flow. So while fix and flippers will pay 70% of ARV, landlords are known to pay up to 90% of ARV. So let's go ahead and do the math. The first thing we'll want to do is start out with exactly what is this property worth. So again, we find ourselves looking for what this property will be worth after it's in great rental shape. Now, here's an important thing to note. When it comes to estimating repairs, a fix and flipper may spend a lot more money than a landlord might. Whereas in our example here, the repairs for the fix and flipper were $30,000. Over here for our landlord, we may see him only spend $20,000. So let's determine a rough estimate for repairs for a landlord type rehab. The next thing you'll want to do is make some money. So let's not forget about adding your assignment fee into the deal. Let's add $10,000 here. So you can see buy and hold investors, as I said, will pay up to 90% ARV, whereas fix and flippers will only go as high as 70%. So down here, we calculated the end buyer's profits as 30% for fix and flippers because of this 70% rule that they have. Now, landlords, they don't operate by the 70% rule. Some of them will buy at 80, 85, or 90%. And so here's how we calculate landlords' end buyers' profits. It's a good guesstimate to stick with 15%. Justin, you just said they buy at 90%. Yes, it is true. Some of them do, but a lot of them like to stick to the 85% or so rule. So we want to go ahead and do an example here of a landlord buy and hold property that we have called the homeowner. The homeowner is motivated and we're making a cash offer. So we start with a $100,000 ARV. We look into the property and we find out that this is exactly what the property would be worth after repair. Then we come in and we subtract 15% for our end buyer's profits. Now we're going to come down here and do that math, and that equals $85,000. Next, we're going to subtract our assignment fee. Then we're going to subtract repairs. But remember, we're not going to subtract repairs like for a fix and flipper, but rather a more moderate rehab job for a landlord. Now that we've done all the math, you can see our maximum allowable offer for a nice house in a nice neighborhood where a landlord wouldn't mind owning a home. You can actually offer quite a bit more to the homeowner to secure the deal rather than in a neighborhood that is just a fix and flipper neighborhood. And you can see here the 70% ARV versus the 85% ARV really changes things down here for your maximum allowable offer. So if you're a wholesaler thinking that your only end source of buyers is fix and flippers, you're selling yourself way short here. There are also landlords, buy and hold investors at 85% or 90% in some cases, which will allow you to make a more solid, strong, higher, and better offer to your homeowner and secure the deal. This is important because a lot of wholesalers miss this and they never ever figure out that they could offer more money to the homeowner, secure more property deals under contract, and sell deals off faster if they expanded their territory from just working with fix and flippers who depend on hard money loans to buy their deals, and include not just fix and flippers, but landlords and these buy and hold investors. Now, there are also some other types of buyers that buy these deals from wholesalers, these cash offer type scenarios where you're offering cash to the homeowner and it's a discounted ugly house deal. We do have fix and flippers that buy those. We have landlords that buy those. There are also institutional big hedge funds and stuff like that that buy these properties. So keep your horizons open, but it's important to learn that when you're talking to a homeowner on the phone that is a motivated seller and they have an ugly house and you're offering a discounted price, whether you should be offering on the 70% rule or on the 85% rule or possibly something in the middle, it's important to understand that. So there's some videos here on the Quick Start course about how to go about finding out exactly what to offer. So check that out and educate yourself on how to make these cash offers to these homeowners. You're going to be talking about cash right away. I know that as soon as you get on the phone with homeowner leads, they're going to want to talk about you making a cash offer for their property before you talk about something creative. So it's important to understand how cash offers work. It doesn't matter what type of homeowner you're calling. If it's an ugly house, cash offers are always appropriate. Okay, I hope that helps. We'll dig in more later, but also check out the videos here on the VIP Quick Start course. Make sure that you're taking full advantage of the information and wisdom. There is so much here. Okay, if you're worried about the conversation with homeowners, don't. go down there to the phone section when you're ready and go through the training and jump in on the role play sessions and the coaching sessions and jump into the call lab and work with us as you learn making calls alongside of a coach and alongside other members of the club. I love you guys, and I'll see you later. Thank you. Bye-bye.